Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about another one of those things that you carry with you when something goes wrong. Something falls off, something cracks, something breaks, something just ruins your day. Now I take it that a lot of people will know what one of them is. Cable tie. They're invaluable for certain things. They're good to keep in your arsenal of things to put in your garage. I've got a little garage at back that I call a garage. Different tapes. That's the VHB tape by M3. That's strong stuff as well. And then I've just got like roofing. This is just like roofing tape, double-sided tape, and then obviously you've got your gaffer tape, which is good for stuff as well. Yeah. So there's another thing to have in your arsenal, I think. If you might know about them, you might not, I don't know. And they're called thermoplastic beads. Now, these are easily moldable. What you've got to do is you've got to put them in hot water. And say, I don't know, for instance, you're away and your heat shield on your van starts rattling, makes a racket, and you put a cable tie on there, but you can't quite get to it, or you can't quite fasten it up, because what happens is obviously normally when you have a heat shield, you'll have like a little washer on with a bolt, with a screw, and because you've got that chemical reaction between aluminium and steel, it eats away at the aluminium on the heat shield, and majority of the time it just makes a hole inside the aluminium. And then obviously nothing's holding it, then it's just rattling about. So for instance, if you carried these with you, because they're chemical resistant and they're paintable and all sorts of stuff, it's fantastic stuff. You could, if you've no washers or things like that, you can make it into like a disc shape for your washer. Put your screw through that, stick it up, and it's just like a washer. And it's eco-friendly and that. It's biodegradable, so it won't last forever, like, but it'll probably last lifetime of your van. So, or it'll get you to where you want to go without having that annoying rattle going on all the time. Whatever it might be, it's endless what you can do with it. So I'm going to show you what you do, and then what it looks like, and then I'll tell you what I'm after doing with mine. This is the plastic. It's like little white beads. If you can make it out, just little white beads. I've got a bit there, like Blue Peter. I've got a little bit here that I did earlier. Did some time ago, I don't know when. But anyway, that's what it's like when it's all together. That's when it's gone hard. It's just a thin layer of it, like, but it just gives you an idea what it's like. So what you do is get a few beads, depending on what you want to do. Put them in. Oh, don't get them everywhere. I'll be picking these up for the next couple of weeks if I drop all these. So just put some in the bottom of a cup like that, out of there. Put them in the bottom of a cup. Now, you need some hot water now. Obviously, being in a van, you've got hot water, but I've got some in a flask, so I don't have to boil the kettle up, but I don't know how hot it is, so we'll see. Oh, let's put it in the cup holder, eh? There we go, that won't fall over. I'm prone for knocking stuff like that over. Right, so if you watch them, they start going translucent. If you can see, they've gone from white to clear now. Well, my hot water's hotter than I thought it were. Right, can you see how they've gone all translucent there? So what you do then is you take them out of the water, very careful when you do it, because obviously depending on how hot your water is, and then you can mould it to what you want. So I'll just position the camera and then I'll show you. Right, pull that back there, about dropping it on my legs. Right, so you've got, get this out of here with a knife or a spoon or whatever you've got. Just be careful because it might still be hot. And that's what they look like when they're and they're all, you know, you can make whatever shape you want with them, and it'll stay like that for a bit, and then you can mould it to whatever shape you want. If you wanted a massive handle on your knife, say, just put it on there like that, whatever shape you want. Then you can put your handprint in it like that. That's left the handprint for that. And then when that goes hard, that'll be my handprint where I can use the knife like that. But like I say, if you've got something that's broke in your van or whatever it is, and like I say as well, it's reusable. So if you've used it for this, and then obviously you don't need it like that anymore, you just take it off whatever you've got, and you just take that off there, and it'll eventually go white like that. So it'll go from clear to like that, and then you can just. I usually, once I finish using it, here's a top tip. Once you finish using it, I try and flatten it out. You know, reheat it and then flatten it out, or put it into 2 bits and flatten it out. Because the flatter it is, obviously the heat can get through it faster. So whatever you need to use it for next or whatever, and it's going to be a bit easier to heat it up and that. Because obviously if it's a solid, it takes a bit longer for the heat to get through for it to soften it up. See, the other thing I've bought as well is I've got these. I've just bought some of these, and they're a sucker, and they've got like a little. You've probably seen them about on YouTube somewhere. They'll be floating around, or you've seen them on eBay. But I got some of these for a couple of reasons really. I've got like a tent type thing I've made for barn doors at back. I'll probably do a video on that, what I've done with that. And I use these for that. Also, when you've got yourself a scenic canvas and you've got a bungee cord that goes round to pull the bellows in when it comes down, for those people who've got scenic canvases, when you want to open the scenic canvas, the bungee will fall inside the van, if you will, obviously, because you've obviously opened it up, the canvas up. And so what I do is I usually just put these onto corners at windscreen at front, and then I just clip that onto bungee, and it just holds it forward, you know, and it just keeps it there, retains it while you have the scenic canvas open. And then obviously when you zip it back up, you can just disconnect it from these, and then just put the bungee cord back up where it is, and you don't have to go all the way around van again, which it gets a bit boring after a while. So I've got them for that. Plus, I wanted to do a video on the thermoplastic, but we're buying these as well. I thought, I wonder if there's like an idea in my head that I thought, well, I wonder if I can incorporate one of these with this, which is actually a Fiamma awning leg retainer, if you want to call it that. What they're supposed to do is these are supposed to bolt onto your van, onto the door or wherever, and then obviously when your legs are down, but you can't actually peg them into the floor. So say if you're on like tarmac or something, the legs would just skid about all over the place. So in order to stop that, they have these where you have them outside at van like that, and then that lifts up. You put the leg part, would you say a foot of the leg goes inside there. You lock that down. That's on side of your van. And then you can have your legs out, and it won't slide about. You don't have to peg you don't have to have the flooring to peg your legs down for your awning. But the thing is, I don't want them bolted to the van. I don't want holes in my van. I don't want these on my van, because I don't think they're the most elegant looking thing that would be bolted to the side of your van, if you will. You know what I mean? It's they protrude out a little bit and that lot. I mean, they're only made out of. I think they're only made out of plastic anyway. But I think they're only made out of plastic anyway, so all it's doing is stopping your foot from sliding about. So what I thought about doing is, if I get some of the thermoplastic, just to show you, I'll make a makeshift bracket on back. I mean, you could make it out of metal and stuff, but I'm just showing you what this kind of stuff can do. Right, I've now got it on now, because I didn't want to put you through all that. It takes ages. Well, not ages, but you know what I mean. So what I've got now is I've got that little brick on back of there, if you will, that little bar, and that is proper solid. That is solid. Then I've got me rivet nut that goes through. I've got one on bottom, one on top. You see it there? One on bottom and one on top. Then I've got my bolt going through, and then I've got it going through into front of the retainer for the Fiamma. So obviously that will go. Let's get this camera right. That'll go outside of van, and then obviously the foot will go in this part that lifts up. You put your foot in, locks it into place, so the foot will be locked into place then, and then you can actually move it about to wherever you want. So you've got a bit of play there as to where you want it, you know what I mean, at whatever angle you want. But if this works, then obviously I know I can make one of those out of metal or whatever, or I might just leave it as it is, because you know what I'm like. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then rethink it. But I don't like overthinking things. If it works, then it works. So as it stands, I'm gonna have that now. I'll make the other one, and then we'll see if it stands up to the test. But if it does, brilliant. That's wound out now. So I've got my legs down. My legs are down now. So what I need to do is put the suction cups onto the van and then clip them in, and we'll try and wind it out. Right, that's the end of the video. I hope you've found it informative. Like I say, I just wanted to bring it to your attention that there's other things out there that you can use in your arsenal of if something goes wrong or breaks, snaps, falls off, just lose it in general. It doesn't take any space up. You don't need any special tools to do it, and to me it's a no-brainer. Just, you know, if you are interested in the suction cups, excuse me, any of these suction cups or the thermoplastic beads, I'll leave a description below. I'll leave it in the description below, sure sir, and that's where you can get it from. Well, that's where I got it from. So if you're new to the channel, please check out my other videos, or please consider subscribing, or if you are a subscriber, thanks very much, means a lot. And please give us a big thumbs up. I'm not seeing enough big thumbs up, everybody. There's people watching and they're not giving me a thumbs up. Or you could leave a thumbs down. I don't know if you like it, you don't like it. Or leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to see or things you don't want to see. Then just leave us a comment. As always, thanks very much for watching. Take care. And if you want to check out any of these videos here, then that's great. And I look forward to seeing you out next one. So bye for now.